Grand Rising, good morning. It is currently 8:11 a.m. on January 25th, 2026. It is negative 9 degrees Fahrenheit and mostly cloudy here in the cities. I'm your Uncle 79, the Spiritual Savage. I hope everybody's doing well this morning. I hope you rested well. All praise is due to the Most High God for waking us up and giving us the breath of life this morning, for allowing us to be here with one another. I'm truly, truly grateful to be amongst friends and family and whatever else falls after that. Yeah, thank you for tapping in for the live last night. I don't know. I want to say it was the weather, but it wasn't the weather. Something really funky and fishy was going on last night because there were like 70 people in the chat watching, and then all of a sudden there's only six, like five. And if it was the weather, I assumed that would nobody had been in there. But y'all were saying y'all got kicked off, and I was seeing all kind of weird stuff. So, nonetheless, I do appreciate everybody for tapping in for that brief visit that we had yesterday. We'll do more of them, of course, time permitting. But it's very good to just connect with y'all on a 1-to-1 level, or 1-to-70 level, or 1-to-100 level, however it works. But thank you for joining in. If you have not watched the live, if you're a member, please go back and watch it. I did announce the winner. I did the drawing, and there's also an announcement or a post on the members only tab on my community board. Okay. So yeah. Again, I hope everybody's doing well this morning. Feeling safe and secure in your home. If you are somewhere where there's some inclement weather, please be safe. Stay in the house. Hope you have everything that you need. All right. I heard this morning that awakenings happen in waves. I feel like there was an initial point of awakenings, like during the Great Awakening when that all occurred. I'm very happy that I was amongst that first wave when that started, because could you imagine having your awakening now, like the initial awakening when you're really starting to see the fractures in the matrix, or the fractures in this world, when you're seeing beyond the veil. It's scary, but could you imagine seeing that now with everything going on in the world? It's I feel like some things are built or created, programmed to encourage people to go back to sleep. It's because once you have an awakening, it scares the shit out of you. You're seeing things that you've never seen before. You're hearing things that you thought that you would never ever hear. You're actually seeing yourself in a very different with a different set of eyes, a different set of glasses. You're taking off the rose-colored glasses. How people say that, and you really start to see the world for what it is. But you also start to see yourself for who you truly are. And sometimes that scares people, because we have to go through that. We have to pull the weeds out before we can get to the flowers. That whole analogy or metaphor or whatever. But a lot of times, the things that scare us about going within and staying there, or going back into the proverbial closet. And I'm not talking about sexuality. I'm talking about the hiding that we do from the world. We really are doing it from ourselves. Because once we have to face our own demons, when we have to see the ugliness within us, the darkness within us, sometimes it makes people just go, you know what, this is too much for me. I'm just going to fake the funk. I'm going to become a playable character, because there's this whole idea of people being NPCs, and for people that don't know what an NPC is, that's a non-playable character. So I'll give you just a quick example if you don't know what I'm talking about, because everybody may not know. So like if you're like me, like an old video game head, like if you're playing The Legend of Zelda or something like that, or whatever, and you're walking around the game, and you're playing the game, and there are certain characters you can interact with, and there's other ones that you can't. They just say the same thing. They just walk around. They may bump into you, but they'll never say anything. They're just kind of roaming around. They are programmed. They're non-playable characters. They're just there to fill space. A lot of people are NPCs, but I believe that there are people that are PCs, programmable characters. They allow themselves to be programmed, to be moved about, told what to say and do. They actually do interact with other people, and they are programmed to program others to keep them asleep so that they're not woke. And we do have an agenda going on in this country right now of this whole You know, this fight against wokeism. They've taken woke and then they've made it into whatever they want to make it into, and people are eating that up. Again, programmed characters, programmable characters, and so yeah, it makes people want to become programmable characters. It's a lot easier for a lot of people to have people or a government or a system or religion dictate how they move in this world. It's a lot easier because if you got somebody telling you what to do, then what do you have to be responsible for? When you break away from these programs, this brainwashing, um, these rules that these institutions and religious structures or religious communities, you know, those kind of things. When you break away from all of that programming, it's you that then has to be responsible for how you move in this world, the decisions you make, what you believe, and how you create a life out of that. And so yeah, it can be very scary. But I heard that awakenings happen in waves, and we are in another wave of awakenings right now. This is something very massive and very big going on. And every 2,000 years, things like this happen. Every period of human life since we've been on this earth, there's always been things that have been catastrophic that change the world, that change the dynamics of how we live and how we view the world, how we get along with each other, the laws that we have, the type of jobs that we have as well. We just things change, and this particular time is very transformative, and it's just the beginning. You feel me? Archangel Michael, please clear out and protect the energy for this reading so that I give a clear and concise message to the collective. I'd like to ask that all evil eyes go blind and all your hustling demons go deaf. Let's do a return to sender 10 times fold, guided with love and light, things that do not belong to the collective and me. So mote it be, so mote it be, so mote it be, and so it is. We'll give it one more shuffle here. We'll be using the Urban Tarot deck for this reading. What messages do we have for the collective this morning? We got the Ten of Swords in the reverse. The Queen of Swords in the reverse. One more. We got the Seven of Cups in the reverse. Picking up on like slander. Okay? Slander meant to ruin you or ruin something. Let's just say you or y'all. The Queen of Swords in the reverse is somebody who lies. They lie, they tell lies, they manipulate people with words. Seven of Cups in the reverse, they can no longer cast illusions. They can't hide behind lies. Someone has been saying some very horrible things about you, and this was meant to destroy you. Based upon the image on this card, ruin. As you can see, there's a lot of paraphernalia on there. There's some drugs on there. Somebody could have been saying something about you using drugs or living a very toxic lifestyle. Somebody slandering you. Painting an image. This is the painter. Painting a very negative image of you, okay? Seven of Cups. They can no longer do that. They can't spin this illusion anymore. They can't lie. Well, that's good news, isn't it? Hmm. Tell me more. We got number 10. 10 of Wands. Oppression. Tell me more here. We put a target under your back. This was absolutely meant to burden you, to put a heavy burden in. You could be heavily burdened. If that's the case, they can't do it anymore. Let me see. We got Judgment. Aeon. Again, how you view yourself. Okay? You see that there on one side. I don't know if you can really see that. I know sometimes when I record it looks a little bit different, but then when I watch it, when it gets rendered down and all that, it looks a little different. But what this is that you have somebody here walking, and their reflection shows them in a different outfit, a different time period, okay? It's a different version. Judgment, okay? Let me get another card, please. 4. 4 of Wands, completion. Something being laid to rest, something ending, okay? You see what I'm saying? Congratulations, you may have evolved. There's some type of evolution that occurred here with Judgment. This is what happens sometimes, though. When you may have, had a lifestyle that was toxic. You may have used drugs. You may have been a little loose. Okay, you could have been a drunk. You could have made some mistakes in your past. And people will try to, I heard, bill that to you, make you pay for it. A lot of times what happens is that people that do this, the people that do talk about, who you used to be, and who you used to be could have been who you used to be yesterday, but you're not that person today. You've made a choice to evolve. You've made a choice to change, and that's fine. You don't owe an explanation to anybody about any type of transformation, any type of evolution, any type of choices that you make. You don't owe anybody an explanation whatsoever. When you make that choice to be different, when you make that choice to view yourself differently, when you make a choice to, what do I want to say here? When you make a choice to leave behind people, places, things, thought patterns, behaviors, habits, a job, a community, that's your choice. You're no longer being programmed by toxic environments, toxic people, toxic programming. You make the choice. You're being accountable for your own life. You don't owe anybody any type of explanation, okay? But a lot of times what will happen is that you have people that were in your life that knew you when, that knew you way back when, or hell, even knew you yesterday, who don't have that kind of authority over who they are. So they will slander you. They will talk about you. They'll say, well, that person used to do this, or they still the same. No, they're still the same. And you have to be careful, because this Queen of Swords in the reverse is a very controlling energy. It's a female narcissistic energy. And what I mean by that, this is somebody that, because it's feminine energy, I feel like it's more, it can really get inside your heart space, your head space and your heart space. Swords represent the mind, okay? Air sign energy. This, people will do that. They'll try to get you where it hurts, to bring you back in, to make it so that you can be programmed to be what you used to be, old programming. But it's no longer working here. They do this to people because they can't get out of that hole. They can't get out of that programming. And the crazy part about it is that these people are aware of who they are. That a lot of times people hate who they are. They don't like the situation that they're in. They know the lifestyle that they're living is very toxic and harmful, but they can't find a way out of it. A lot of times you are the reason. You're the only life that these people have. You may be in the trenches with these people. You may be in the same kind of lifestyle as these people, but you are different. You're wired differently. You see something else for yourself. Whoever this person is didn't like that. They want you to be stuck with them. What's oppression? Ten of Wands. The Tower. Clarify the Tower. Ace of Disc in the reverse. You lost out on the opportunity. Or they tried to. I feel like you did. Because somebody said something bad about you. Someone said something bad about you with the Page of Wands in the reverse. Journalist card. Somebody was reporting bad news on you. Somebody said something bad about you. What did they say? Clarify the journalist in the reverse. Page of Wands in the reverse. What did they say about you here? The Emperor in the reverse. Clarify the Emperor in the reverse. No, that's too many cards. Let me get another card, please. We got the Eight of Swords. Let me get another card, please. I don't know, the Eight of Swords came out sideways, but I don't know. I'm going to just go ahead and keep it in the upright because I feel like that could have something to do with this here. Let me get another card, please. Prince of Disc, the Day Trader. I'm seeing a lot of fours here. I'm seeing a lot of fours. Somebody said that you were like I don't know. Somebody said maybe you had something to do with somebody getting arrested, like you took some type of deal to protect yourself. Somebody could have had you in some type of paperwork. Yeah, Three of Swords. Somebody said that you betrayed somebody here, that you took some type of deal to protect yourself. Maybe you did. I don't know. That's not really my business. You got to do what you got to do for yourself. But with this Emperor in the reverse to the Eight of Swords, to the Prince of Disc, yeah, to the Four Pentacles power, it's like somebody's just saying some bad things. I heard paperwork. Somebody's saying that maybe you could have been all over somebody's paperwork, like maybe you snitched or you took a deal here. Somebody this has something to do with somebody being behind bars, okay? For whatever reason. But somebody here has been slandering you. Now with this Tower to the Ace of Disc, the Ace of Disc can talk about an opportunity. It can talk about finances. But there was some type of, some type of all of a sudden, you lost something. This could be a house, could be money, something physical though. I'm hearing an opportunity, and I don't know what that opportunity was for. It could have, like I said, it could have been moving. It could have been a job. It could have, somebody said something that fucked up something really that was supposed to be for you. Okay. And this was meant to put you in a Ten of Wands, to oppress you, maybe even to get you locked up. Okay. There is some man though that is behind bars, and it could even be this man. It could be. This man could be saying it's your fault, that, telling everybody it's your fault, that you ain't no good, that you ain't shit. They could also be saying that you're somebody that's abusive with the Emperor in the reverse. That you're controlling, that you're abusive, that you're no good. They could be saying that about you too. Get another card, please. All right. So this is someone that you used to be with. Okay. You changed. You changed. Spirit says yes, and you walked away. You got a brand new starter. You need to. Um, I feel like you did already. We got the Page of Swords in the reverse. This is the hacker. The Page of Swords in the reverse is the hacker, but it also talks about gossip as well. Somebody could have even been saying some things online about you. Whoever this person is somebody that you used to be with or had some type of friendship with. The Eight of Swords can also talk about keeping it trapped, keeping you imprisoned. Again, with these swords, communication, words, what people think about you. Um, this person here, a man, or a very nasty, toxic, masculine energy. This could be a very masculine female, by the way, too. Not like, not a female that looks like a man or anything like that. No shade there. I mean, a masculine, somebody that carries a lot of masculine energy, domineering energy, somebody that likes to control shit. Somebody's been slandering you and saying things about you to try to control your life, to oppress you, is what I'm hearing. This person could also be with judgment here as well. Judgment talks about the thoughts of somebody, how people view certain things. Could be online saying some bad things about you, or has. This person could also be saying nasty things about you underneath your videos, underneath your posts, underneath your pictures, on your whatever social media channel, whether it's TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, so that because this is all about you being programmed, is what I'm hearing. It's all about how this person wants you to view yourself and others as well. But we all know how this works. Who gives a fuck how people view you or what people think about you? Because the most important thing is how you view yourself, what you tell yourself every day. Again, we kind of talked about somebody like this yesterday. Yesterday, somebody was just like a stalker, okay? But this person is somebody who's dedicated to trying to make you feel like they want you to feel, like how they feel. Projection, okay? It's projection energy. We got Lovers here in the reverse. That's Gemini energy with the Ace of Cups. This is somebody that you no longer deal with, whether it was on a romantic level or something other than that. The Lovers can talk about somebody that you're intimately involved with, like a lover, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever the case may be. But it can also talk about friends, soulmates, twin flame, toxic twin flame, twin flame energy. And friends can also be twin flames. Twin flames are not always lovers, okay? And as a matter of fact, what I've learned anyway, you can, twin flames. Just because somebody's your twin flame doesn't mean you have to be a lover. You could really fuck up a twin flame connection like that. But whoever this person is, maybe you and this person used to be very close. The Lovers to me always represents like a best friend, okay? Somebody that you were really close with. For whatever reason, we have the Ace of Cups in the reverse. This is an unrequited love situation. You no longer wanted to be this person's friend anymore. You didn't love them the same. You gets no love from me, is what I'm hearing. I'd sing it, but it's too early in the morning. You left this person behind, or you made a choice for yourself that it was time to move on to something better for yourself. For yourself. And again, people become offended by that. This person could be saying that you think you better than everybody else, or you act like you didn't used to do drugs, or you act like you would never know hoe. Things like that. People funny as fuck to me. Give me one for the Ace of Wands. This person could be saying shit like that. This person is lying, though. This person is telling lies about you because they're stuck, is what I just heard. Yeah, again, what did I just say? This person feels betrayed. Three of Swords. Betrayed. Because you're no longer there. Love in the reverse, Two of Cups in the reverse, okay? You no longer want it to be like that anymore. This is the Four of Cups. Four of Cups, luxury. Okay, you see the contradiction there? Luxury. This is what these people consider luxury. And the Four of Cups is a very dismissive, again. You just not getting, like, this is not what you wanted. You didn't want this anymore. You're past. Okay? That's what I heard. Yeah. You didn't want to live like this anymore. You didn't want to be like this anymore. Again, look at those two dudes back there. I don't know what they could be. All right? Um, you interpret this piece of art the way that you choose to. They could just be best buddies. I don't know. I know a lot of people that sit around like that in their house. I probably have with somebody too. It wasn't nothing going on. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, this is what I'm telling you here. You no longer wanted to be a part of this relationship, whether it be intimate or otherwise, because you didn't want this anymore. And this person feels betrayed. Okay? This is one of these situations where you can't take everybody with you. People may not be ready. And even if somebody is ready for a transformation, sometimes certain people are only around for a season. That's it. Okay? There used to be an idea that I used to have that I had everybody that I came into contact with, I had to know forever. And that's just not the case. People come around for a reason and a season. You have to learn a lesson or get what you get out of the relationship. And I'm not talking about using anybody. I'm talking about you get what you get. And then sometimes that's it. I mean, not saying that you got to be mean to somebody or you got to be nasty towards somebody or can't be cordial when you see somebody, or that that when you run back into somebody that same kind of love for that person isn't there. But some people, they're just not supposed to be around forever, and maybe you figured that out. I started off by talking about awakenings happening in waves, and maybe it just wasn't this person's time. And when you are having that awakening, you can't expect that everybody else is going to see things the way that you see you could see the world the way that you see the world. They probably call you crazy. They probably have called you crazy. They probably say, oh, you're too deep, or I don't, what the fuck you keep talking about that for? What's wrong with you? Kind of energy. This is what I'm picking up on here. Okay, we got completion. 4 wands. If you wouldn't mind doing me a favor and just tapping that like button. Let's get these videos out here for circulation. All right. Yeah. Congratulations. You're no longer being controlled. We got the 2 of Wands in the reverse. Dominion. You're no longer being controlled. Give me another card, please. We got the 5 of Swords in the reverse. Let's get one more card. That's defeat. One more. In the reverse. So if defeat is in the reverse, then you can't be defeated. Okay? That's what I'm picking up from this. Dominion, defeat. Again, the universe, completion. You're done with all this control. A whole new world. Yeah, somebody's very disappointed about that, very sad, because you closed out a major cycle. Congratulations. You're no longer willing to be defeated. You're no longer willing to be backstabbed, defeated, controlled. You're done. Congratulations. You did it. Confirmation, bitch. You won. Let's see what else we got. We're going to use I got to go through these cards today. We're going to use the Divine Lessons. Okay. The Role of the Karmic. This is made by Sassy Lux. 3333. Okay. You can also click the link at the bottom beneath this video in the description box below and go to our Etsy shop. I need to make something where it says across the screen, and I will do that today. But you can get 25% off your order of tarot and oracle decks. Okay, this deck is one of my favorites here. Tell me more about this person, please. Not the collective, but this person that is butthurt because the collective moved on. People will do anything to get you to stay stuck. I've learned that in life. And a lot of times, too, people just aren't really... A lot of times I understand, what I've come to understand is that a lot of people aren't even doing it intentionally. This bitch is, whoever this is, male, female, whoever it is, they're doing this intentionally to you. But sometimes people don't even realize that's what they're doing. Hell, sometimes people don't even realize they're doing it to themselves. There were a lot of times in my life where I was holding myself back, and not allowing myself to move forward, and I didn't even realize what I was doing. And so sometimes people that you're around don't even realize that they're operating out of that energy, and it's really just because they don't want to be alone. They don't want to be left behind because they may not know how to, or may feel like they may even feel like they don't have what it takes to get out of really bad situations or the programming. Okay, but you did. You're like Neo from the Matrix. Okay, that may even be the title. You broke free of the Matrix. You woke up. And this person is having a hard time. This person is your Agent Smith. It's not working though. Tell me about this karmic. Now how the hell it just got colder? Now it's 10 degrees below. Minnesota's a trip. Give me one for the karmic. Tell me about this karmic person that can't keep the collector's name out their mouth. Thank you. Oh, wow. All right, so we have step or half sibling, the outsider. Now, well, I was gonna say you could be the step sibling, but I mean, if you got a step sibling, both y'all step siblings, right? All right, thrown together by fate, bound by circumstances, but not always by love. A reminder that family is not always chosen, and neither is the rejection that comes with it. The lesson: to find belonging within yourself. Amen. Amen. Find belonging within yourself. That's what you did. So this could be a half sibling, a step brother, step sister, half sibling. Somebody here talking cash shit about you. They don't like the fact that you are somebody different, and it's truly because they can't be. They don't have it in them right now, and not to say that they won't ever, but right now they don't. Especially doing this, they need to stop talking about you and start working on themselves. Okay. But you're like Neo from the Matrix. You woke up. You broke free of the programming, all right? Continue to keep going here. Congratulations. I guess this is just a confirmation for you. Because again, words do hurt. Words have a way of can change a whole situation. Case in point, everything that we got going on now in this country, it would take one person to say a few words, and all this shit would be different. You see what I'm saying? And sometimes in life, the same thing can happen to us if we allow it. Okay, and that could be negative or positive. It's how we receive certain things. Whoever this person is really trying to pull you back into a very particular toxic programming with the things that they're saying about you. But it can only happen if you believe what this person is saying about you. If you let it affect you. And again, I'm just gonna give you some friendly uncle advice. I don't give a fuck if you stopped using drugs, stopped drinking yesterday, stopped fucking everybody in town yesterday. You made a decision today that you are not going to do anything toxic to yourself or anyone else. I'm proud of you. Congratulations. You've broken through. You've broken free from the programming. And they're just mad because they can't or they haven't yet. You feel me? So continue to keep moving forward. This is just your confirmation. I'm your Uncle 79, the Spiritual Savage. I'm closing out the reading. Make sure you hit the like button, share, subscribe, comment in the chat, comment down below. And in the meantime, in between time, remember, you grow, I grow. Because if I don't say it, you grow, I grow, we grow together. So I was loving ladder on this bitch. All right? And as always, take it easy. I love you. To the moon and back. Deuces.